Hi guys, welcome to another video. I just want to say right off the bat that I'm sorry if I'm out of breath for this entire video. I'm out of breath all the time. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I can just be sitting on the couch, not even talking, and I'll just be out of breath. So if I'm breathing hard through this video, that is why, because there is a baby inside and it's taking up room and I can't breathe very well these days. So just to get that out of the way, sorry about that. Today I wanted to sit down and just talk a little bit about this being my last baby and my last pregnancy and my thoughts and feelings on that. I have a lot to say about it and I feel a lot differently than I thought I was going to, so that's kind of surprising, and I kind of just wanted to talk about it with you guys and have you all chime in the comments and let me know, how did you feel when you were having your last baby, or how do you think you're gonna feel when you reach that point in your life? I don't know, I feel like this is kind of like a big thing for moms. It's just like a turning point, kind of like turning the page to like a new part of your life, and just like being done with the baby phase. Like the baby making phase is just like a momentous thing, I feel like, and it's something that I thought about for a long time. Like, let me just get into it, I guess. So I always thought that when the time came in my life where I was going to be done having babies and we had our last baby and everything, I was scared about it, honestly. Like, I really thought that I was gonna go through some kind of like deep depression and just like lose my purpose. Not my purpose, because I feel like my kids like do give me a purpose in life, but I felt, Chase has a cold, he's coughing. But I felt like I wouldn't know what to do with myself after that. Like, after I was done having babies, I used to think, okay, well, that's gonna suck. Like, what else is there in life to get excited about? What else is there to look forward to? Like, once I'm done having babies, like, what else is there? And yeah, I felt like that would just put me into a depression, and I was kind of like preparing myself for that whenever we did have our last baby. Like, I don't know, I was ready to like get myself to the doctor and get on some meds and like help myself through that, and I really felt like that was gonna be something that I was gonna go through. Just like being down about life after that. But I'm here to tell you guys that I totally do not feel like that. At least not right now. I don't feel like that. I mean, I can't say how I'm actually gonna feel once I have this baby and once we're past like the baby stage and everything. I don't know if I'm gonna get hit with like a bout of baby fever or something. I feel like I won't right now. Like, I strongly feel like that's not gonna happen, but I guess anything could happen. But I'm just talking about how I'm feeling right now. Can't predict the future, obviously. But yeah, right now I don't feel that way at all. I don't feel scared about it. I don't feel like I'm gonna go through a depression. I feel good. I feel really good about the fact that we are gonna be done having babies and that this is my last pregnancy. And it's actually kind of crazy, that whole like switch in my brain from like feeling like I wasn't done having kids to feeling completely done having kids, because when I was pregnant with Chase, I knew that I wanted to have at least one more. I knew that I didn't want that pregnancy and that baby experience to be my last. So whenever I was pregnant with him, I was like, nope, this is not the last one. We actually weren't sure if we were gonna have a third one, or we knew we were gonna have a third one. We weren't sure if we were gonna have a fourth one. We were kind of playing with that still. We hadn't really like ruled a fourth one out completely. But yeah, when I was pregnant with Chase, I knew that I was gonna have a third baby. And then sometime during this pregnancy, I was just like, you know what, this is my last one. I don't know exactly when that happened, because I remember taking the pregnancy test, and I think I said when I was taking that test that we weren't sure if we were gonna have a fourth baby or not. So I was taking the test with it in my mind that if I saw a positive, that might be the last time in my life that I saw a positive pregnancy test. So I kind of went into testing then like knowing that if I saw a positive, that could very well be the last time. But there was still a little bit there where I was like, I don't know, we might have a fourth. It was kind of, we weren't completely sure if we were gonna have a fourth or not. But yeah, I don't know, at some point during this pregnancy, I was just like, no, I'm done. And I think I kind of started feeling that way when I was starting to get sick, which started for me around 5 weeks. It seems like, I think with each of my pregnancies, I've started to feel sick around 5 weeks, and it just like wipes me out. I didn't throw up. I only threw up one time this pregnancy, but the nausea is what really gets to me. It just like makes me feel awful. So yeah, I think it started with that, and I was just like, I can't go through this again, because it just like, it takes everything out of me. Like, I was just I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't like feel good enough to do things with Chase or to take him places or to play with Madison or anything. Like all I wanted to do was just sleep basically so that I could escape like that feeling of being sick. So the nausea was a big thing for me. Even though I was taking medicine for it, it was still kind of there. Like it was never completely gone. I never felt 100%. And I was just like, I do not want to do this again. Like I can't put myself through that again. And of course it doesn't end with the nausea. Eventually that got better, but then there's like all the other symptoms that come with pregnancy. Just like being tired all the time, needing to take naps during the day, not having energy to do the regular things that I do when I'm not pregnant. Being in pain from different things, like my back hurting, my feet hurting, my whole belly area hurting, just being like super uncomfortable, not being able to like walk around and be as active as I normally would be, not being able to like get down on the floor and play and move how I want to, or like be able to pick Chase up all the time when he wants me to pick him up. Just everything like that, everything that comes with pregnancy just started really, I don't know, just made me be like, I don't want to be pregnant anymore. Like this is the last time that I ever want to go through a pregnancy. This is the last time that I ever want to feel like this. And you know, I want to be like the best mom that I can be. And I feel like when I'm pregnant, like I'm only like half of that, like if that. I just want to be able to give my kids 100% of me and not have like a pregnancy slowing me down or just like getting in the way kind of giving them what I want to be able to give them, if that makes sense. So yeah, the whole not wanting to be pregnant thing is a major part of it. And it's just funny because when I was pregnant with Chase, even though I went through like the same symptoms that I'm going through now, I never felt like I just didn't want to be pregnant again. At that time, I just didn't want to be pregnant anymore. Like I just wanted to get to the point where Chase was born, but it wasn't to the point yet where I was like, I never want to do it again. Now it's just like, I'm over being pregnant. I want to get back to my normal self. I'm ready for this baby to be born. I'm like counting down these last 10 weeks. But also I just don't want to be pregnant anymore after this. Like, and that's just crazy. It's crazy to me to think that my brain could like switch like that. So if you're watching this right now and you're thinking that like, you're never going to feel that way, like you're always going to feel like you want to keep having babies, maybe you won't feel that way, because I thought I was gonna feel that way. I thought that I would never want to stop having kids and that it would just bum me out and like make me sad and throw me into a depression and all of this, and just that's just not the case. Like all my thoughts on this has just done a complete 180. And it's not just not wanting to be pregnant again that makes me want to be done having kids. It's also just the fact that I feel like 3 is my limit. I feel like everybody has their limit of what they feel like they can handle, and honestly 2 probably would have been good. I probably could have stopped at 2 and, you know, been good with that, but for some reason my mind and my body and everything was just like, no, you're gonna have 1 more. So we went for the 1 more, and now we're gonna have 3, so hopefully I'll be able to handle 3. I feel like I'll get the hang of it, but I really feel like 3 is just my limit. I don't think I could handle any more kids. Obviously if something did happen and, you know, we happen to be blessed with a 4th kid at some point, we'll make it work. But I feel like 3 is good. I feel like 3 is as thin as I can stretch myself. I already feel like I'm stretched thin at times with Madison and Chase, and to add a 3rd one into the mix is just going to be stretching it even thinner. So yeah, I just feel like 3 is a good number for us. I feel like our family is going to be complete after this. I know everyone always says that, like, you know, you'll feel like your family is complete, and I really do feel like our family is going to be complete once this baby gets here. I don't feel like we need to have another one, or like there's another baby in store for us or anything like that. I just feel good with the 3 that we're gonna have and just being a family of 5. Also, going back to like the whole pregnancy thing and not wanting to be pregnant again and wanting to give my kids 100% of me. Also, I just want to like be myself for my husband, for Greg, because I am not myself right now. Like I can't even like stay up past like 9 o'clock. Like if we put the kids to bed and he wanted to like watch a movie or something, I probably wouldn't even be able to do that because I'm just so exhausted. I'm going to bed so early. I'd probably fall asleep in the middle of it. There's no like putting the kids to bed and like going out to eat or anything like that anymore, because by the end of the day I'm so uncomfortable. I'm getting in my pajamas and all I want to do is lay down some nights. Sometimes I just like can't do anymore physically and I'm like, I need to go lay down. And that's totally not me. Like I've never been one to like need to go lay down. Like that's something that I would like never say unless I was sick or pregnant apparently. I just want to be back to my normal self, not only for my kids, but for Greg too. I just want to be like a normal wife. All that being said, I feel like there will still be some sadness involved in this being my last baby, especially when I think about like those moments in the hospital, like right after the baby's born, they put the baby on your chest, and just like knowing that some things, it's gonna make me emotional, just knowing that some things are gonna be, God, just knowing that some things are gonna be the last time, like the very last time, like when they put the baby on your chest and you have that like those first newborn bonding moments, and just like all the first things with the newborn, like all that kind of stuff is gonna be the last. And even like the toddler stuff, like just like watching your baby crawl for the first time, or even before that, watching your baby smile for the first time and laugh for the first time and walk for the first time, like all that stuff is gonna be like the real last time. Like with Madison and with Chase, like I knew there was gonna be another baby, so when they did those things for the last time, yeah, it was happy, and I guess it wasn't really sad, but I feel like it's gonna be kind of sad now, because this is gonna be, everything with this baby is gonna be like the last time. And there was a post on Facebook that I read a while ago. I think it was like some kind of poem or something, and it was talking about how you never really know. It made me cry when I read it. It was like, you never really know when a moment with your baby or with your child is gonna be the last time. But it was saying stuff how like there'll be a time where your child like hurts themselves and they come crying to you, and you pick them up and you comfort them and you put them back down, and that will be the last time that you ever do that. Or God, I can't even like talk about this without crying. Or like your baby wakes up crying in the middle of the night, and you go in there and you pick them up and you rock them back to sleep, and that's the last time that you ever rock your baby to sleep. Just a whole bunch of stuff like that, and I don't know, it made me really emotional, as it's making me emotional now. But I feel like all of that stuff with this last baby, it's just gonna be a little bit worse and make me a little bit more sad than it did with like Madison and Chase, because there's gonna be no more babies after this, and yeah, all that stuff, I'll never do it again. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that in the hospital this time, I'm gonna be crying happy and sad tears about like everything that's happening, and also just like probably throughout this baby's like whole babyhood and like toddlerhood, I'll probably just be thinking, you know, hopefully I'm not crying this baby's whole life. Hopefully I can get a handle on myself. Anyway, more than all of that, I am just really looking forward to this next phase of life. I didn't think that I would ever really like feel this way towards it. I felt like I said before, I felt like I would just, this next phase of my life, I felt like I would feel really bummed out about it, just like not looking forward to it, but I am totally looking forward to it. Of course, I'm gonna enjoy this last baby phase as much as possible and just like soak in every minute as much as I can, but I'm also just really looking forward to like this next stage of life, this next stage of motherhood, like having, you know, toddlers, and then they're older than toddlers, and they're little kids, and it's just like little real people, but they're small, or not as small, but still small. Just like going through a whole new stage of parenting and getting out of the baby phase and getting out of the diaper phase and getting out of the potty training phase, and just getting to the point where like all my kids are, you know, reliable with using the bathroom like they're supposed to. That's gonna be cool. I feel like that's gonna open up a whole new world of possibilities for us as far as like taking trips as a family and just like going places and not having to worry about like all their bodily functions all the time. Or just getting to the point where like all my kids are like eating like normal people, and we don't have to base things around who's gonna eat what and where we can eat and what time we can eat, and also who needs to take a nap and who's gonna be cranky if we miss their nap. It's gonna be nice to get past that stage, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to like all the things that we can do once our kids are a little bit older. Hopefully we'll be able to take some trips and vacations and just really like enjoy the vacations more without being like exhausted the entire time because of like little kids. I don't know, chime in down below if you've got older kids how that works, because I feel like vacations and stuff is going to be easier with older kids, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just feel like I'm looking forward to everything else that there is to do in life besides having babies. Like, there's totally more to life than having babies. Like, of course, having a baby and like getting pregnant is like super exciting. It's a super exciting thing in life, but I've just reached the point where I'm ready to be done with that and just move on to the next thing. Like, I just don't want to be pregnant anymore, and we're gonna go through this last baby phase and just enjoy the heck out of it as much as we can. It's gonna be exhausting and trying and all of that, but we're gonna do it this one last time, and then we're just gonna move on to the next thing. I think that's pretty much all my thoughts and feelings on the subject. I knew I had a lot to say. Hopefully I didn't leave anything out, but that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you guys all for my next video. Bye.